Yero. That's quite a subject, you know. There was an anger, mixed with deep grief and disappointment. It frightened me, like the Blue Death.
He gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. A farm boy told me that he saw Yero throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up.
Yesterday, when Sira and I sat under the old oak, she said something I can't get out of my head. The greatest peril in life is forgetting one's own ideals. These letters, the testimonies of my path, shall ensure that I don't. Letter 1, 8171 after starfall. Yesterday, a keeper came into the village to offer me a novitiate. Apparently, old Mother Ilana set forth the matter after she realized I was magically gifted. Grateful as I am, the matter raises a strange train of thought. Maybe, in some grotesque way, it was good that my mother died that day. Why, you ask? Because it opened my eyes. Before, it was my only wish to make Father proud. Father, a fisherman. Now I cannot help but feel anger when observing the village folk around me. Day in, day out, they follow the same routine. Wake up, work, carouse, and sleep. Is this all they want from life? Don't they too take note of the ills in this world and have the desire to change something? Only Sira is different. She understands what drives me, and she shares my dream of a better world. I told the keeper that I will come, but only if she is granted an apprenticeship in Ark. Thank Malthus, he agreed. Letter 2, 8186 after starfall. 15 years have passed since my last letter. Sira and I now live together in a small house in Ark. It's been 5 years since I undertook the holy trial, but despite what I thought, I did not join the military wing of the order. Instead, I became a magister. Why? Because the children I teach will shape the future of this world. and because there is enough bloodshed already. 2 weeks ago, the Tranchessa approved Sira's concept of the food bank. It obliges every wealthy citizen of Ark to pay a handful of pennies to the Order, with which the Order will provide a warm meal for the Undercity dwellers once a week. Their reactions embittered me. The decree does not ask for much, yet they protested as though we threatened to take their homes. I will never understand people like them. As sad as this may sound, I am happy. My life provides me with a feeling of purpose, and I still have Sira at my side after all these years. It is strange, even though I know you will never read these lines, it almost feels as if through them I can speak to you. Sira, I love you. Sira is dead, killed by 2 Undercity dwellers as she helped prepare the food bank. How swiftly these words are written, yet how can I even remotely begin to express this pain, this void? Sira always said it helps to write, yet it doesn't. I sit here watching the ink dry and the letters form the words of a stranger in my own body. I am a stranger when I wake up in the morning. I am a stranger when the sun sets at dusk. I am a stranger when I lie in bed at night. The path condemns suicide as a crime because we all have a purpose in this world. But what is mine? I look ahead and I see 30 winters of solitude. I look back and I see nothing but a trail of broken dreams. Our food bank caused brawls and murder in the Undercity, and the rich forced the Tranchessa to revoke the decree. So tell me, Malthus, is this my purpose? To fail? My thoughts are chaos and I'm too tired to continue writing.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck? Well, that's interesting. Good work. That only leaves the mysterious object in the water. I'll have a closer look around here in the meantime. Interesting. I didn't know about his companion's fate, to be honest. Irony of fate, isn't it? Murdered by those you wanted to help. But the Order will definitely be interested in these letters. Well done. That should be all we need then. Splendid. I did, and now I finally know what to make of it. Come, follow me. I present a Star People's Lock. And I bet my buttocks we'll find another answer behind that door over there. Doesn't surprise me. This kind of lock is usually only found in treasuries or castles. But they can be picked, though that's going to be quite the challenge without the bolts. Normally, yeah. It's quite simple, actually. Every keyhole has a matching bolt that latches into place once you insert it. And once all the keyholes, 5 in our case, are latched, the door the lock protects opens up. If you don't have the matching bolts, however, you should prepare yourself for the most frustrating break-in of your life. That is, if you don't happen to be Jaspar, who knows a little trick. You can use wooden sticks instead of bolts. They'll break a couple of seconds after you put them inside the lock, but if you manage to get all 5 sticks into place before the first one breaks, you can basically trick the mechanism. It's all about speed, in other words. So I'd say you do the running, and I'll wait near the pressure plate. You ready? You're right, sorry. All you have to do is insert 1 stick into each of the 5 keyholes as fast as possible. Once you've done that, I'll push the pressure plate, which will open the door. If you're too slow, we'll just have to try again. Splendid. Here are the sticks. All right, go! Brilliant! We're really good at this. Now let's take a look and see what the old Magister didn't want anyone to see, shall we? Oh, shit! Fire elemental. Not a weak one. This Yero knew about magic, that's for sure. That leaves us with the question of what exactly this is supposed to be. I suppose that's his companion. Though it's interesting that he was already on the wrong side of the law way before his rampage. Well, burials are considered heathen here in Enderal, and have been forbidden for about 300 years now. Here, corpses are always cremated. The whole thing's called the Last Journey. The deceased is taken to a place he or she considered special during his or her life, immediately after dying. That's the only way the soul can move on to the eternal paths. Sounds very poetic, but I'm pretty sure the only reason the Order introduced the law was to prevent plagues. Plus, they might have noticed that too many lost ones running around on trade routes aren't that much fun for wanderers and traveling merchants. Yeah, but of course that only goes for the little man. The rich and powerful still tend to their family crypts. And there's still plenty of old vaults around from the time before this whole last journey thing was begun. And it's good that way. What would life as a treasure hunter be like without the notorious noble looking for family jewels in a century-old grave? Let's take a look around and see if we find anything. Well observed. Yes, I am indeed sublime by my path, but please, just ignore that, will you? I'm not a big fan of titles. Most of the time, they're just a means for boring people to feel superior towards others.
Beloved Sira, this is my last letter. In it, I ask for forgiveness, for it was I who murdered you. No, of course, it wasn't me who held the knife, but it was me who infected you with my fallacy. The fallacy that the world wants to be saved. It doesn't. Yes, Sira, there's still a part of me who refuses to believe these words, even as I write them. But just one look is enough to prove me a fool. We have so much, yet we are never content. We could make peace, yet we choose war. We embrace hatred over love. And no, Sira, there is no hope, no silver lining, no matter how much we try to tell ourselves the opposite. Mankind is at its end. It has been since some mad god created it for his amusement. A Quranian philosopher once said that there comes a time in our lives when we make a choice to live virtuously, yet in austerity, or ignobly, yet in pleasure. The philosopher called this second choice choosing the void, because this is what lurks behind its pretty face. Do you see it now, Sira? The bitter truth? They all chose the void, all but us. We who dreamed of something bigger. We who were willing to make a sacrifice for the greater good. Just imagine what we could have done if we hadn't been alone. But we were alone from the very beginning. And no, Sira, these words do not come easy. You of all people should know that. I wanted to believe there was hope. I wanted to believe that all one has to do is remain strong, but look where our idealism brought us. Here I am, in front of your dead body, murdered by those you wanted to help. We should have fled to a faraway isle to grow old together, but we didn't. And why? Because I corrupted you with my delusions. I, too, will go, Sira. I don't think there is life after death, and I do not care. But before I make my exit, I will give this world what it deserves. Do you remember? They all chose the void. They shall have it.
What's that? Let me see. Uh-huh. A tragic ending for a tragic personality, I'd say. Well, I think that should suffice.
Well, what should I think about it? Yero was a self-righteous fool, just like all these do-gooders are. They celebrate themselves as great messiahs as long as everything goes well, but once they fail, it's the bad, bad world that's responsible for it. The wise hermit has a good saying for that. People are only idealists until it starts to hurt. He and his lady should have simply stayed in Riverville. Glad you see it that way. Yeah, we are. Here, I've got 2 teleport scrolls that can take us right back to Riverville. Just meet me in the tavern once you're ready to go. I have some stuff to take care of, so there's no need to hurry. Farewell.
Walk blessed.
Interesting in terms of skullduggery and adventuring, you mean? There's the Three River Watch further north, an abandoned trading post. You've probably been there already. And then there's a Pyrean ruin on the lake down south, Sharoth or whatever they call it. There are lots of undead around though, at least according to the hunter, Mitumiao. And of course there's Castle Goldenford on the outmost cliff in the southwest. But I'd give that a wide berth if I were you. Ah, well, I only know the rumours, and they are as old as my grandfather. Apparently the castle belonged to a count who ruled over the Suncoast some centuries ago and fell victim to some sort of tragedy. Bottom line, the castle is dangerous and brimming with ghosts. And as much as I'd like to dismiss that as nonsense, lots of travellers come here telling us about these strange noises they heard near the castle at night. As I said, I'd give it a wide berth. Which means I can't wait to go there, doesn't it? Pray to Melfast for protection then. You'll need it.
Now would you look at that, a fleshless worm? You're here to challenge me? Bad decision. You're the vermin who killed my servants! You'll pay for that, darling. Dearly.
Yes? What is this? Some kind of scam to lure me into a dark alley? Forget about it, Eterna. I know you're kind. Now shove off. Of course. Especially to people of your kind. Now excuse me. I have to go.
Hello. An adventurer, huh? I suppose that depends on how daring you are. An old fellow in the Red Ox Inn told me about some kind of well up in the Northwind that's supposed to talk. Pathless magic, they say. I've got no intentions to become fodder for the wolves, so I haven't checked yet. But you might be more lucky than me. That's a good question. Let me think. I'm not sure if this helps, but an innkeeper told me lately that because of the Red Madness, very few prospectors are bold enough to go to the Shadow Steel mines in the Powder Desert anymore. If you have the smithing skills and want to find some precious ore, you should check one of the mines there. Trade? Huh. Well, I guess it depends on what you need.
Don't ask. The wolves act as if they've been cursed, attacking anything and anyone on sight, and killing game they don't even eat afterwards. This must be the Red Madness everyone's talking about. Oh, blazes. Where's this supposed to lead? Tips. Just be wary if you're outside city walls. I guess you've noticed as much already, but this country has seen better days. Farewell.
Hey, you there! You want to know a secret? A really great secret, you'll see. If you, give me 30 pennies and I'll tell you. Because I promise? Please? With those pennies I can have Mzir Gatsidoma make me a wooden horse like the one Sen has. Please? Wait, let me count first. Wow, there really are 30. You're great. Thank you. So, do you know my sir Mitumael? The, what do you call it? The tanner. Well, last night I heard these weird noises coming from his house, as if he was building something, so I snuck up to his window. He has this secret stash in his house. I think to open it, you have to pull these hidden levers, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe you... well, you know. Anyway, I have to go now. Thanks again!
What a beautiful day, isn't it? Just right for a purchase, hmm? From me. Apart from my wares, you mean? Well, jokes aside, no. At the moment, it's quiet around here. Thank Malthus it is. I mean, you don't hear a lot of good things from the streets these days. Vatirs, brigands... This country has seen better times. Oh, a lot! Tell me if something catches your eye. Walk blessed.
Yeah? What do you want? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it. Walk blessed.
Yes?
Did you hear the news? It's appalling.
Oh, hello there. I assume you are
Is it
talking
important?
about Countess Dal'Bano's new hairstyle.
No, worse. Count Dal'Gamora cheated on his companion. She only found out by coincidence when she followed him into the Fat Leorin's Inn at night, where he had rented a room. Not suspecting a thing, that poor woman entered her husband's room only to find him copulating with 2 whores, 1 goat, and a stable boy. And now brace yourself. He was dressed up as a priest.
By the 7! This is scandalous! Who told you this?
The miller's wife. She knows someone who knows someone whose 5th cousin worked at the inn that night.
Huh. Well, if she said it, it must be true. Sad to see what men have become these days. On the surface, they pray each day, do their work, and honor the righteous path. But if you look away for just 1 second, things go down like in a Koranian brothel.
My words exactly. Sad times we live in. Sad times. But what can a simple woman do? Nothing. Anyway, I have to get going. Good to see you. You should come by for a cup of tea someday.
I will. Walk blessed.
Well, well, well. Haven't I seen this fair lady before? How about a sip of wine?
I just don't see the fucking point.
Here you go. So, are you ready for our little journey? It seems that Riverville's Myra's injured, so we'll have to go by foot. Oh, right. You wouldn't know that since you're Naramese. Myrids are giant flying creatures. Quite nasty when wild, and quite useful when tamed. You can find Myrid towers all over Enderal. And for a small fee, the keepers in their Myrids can take you from point A to B in no time. But, as I said, Riverville's Myrid's injured, so we'll have to walk. Splendid. Then let's go while it's still dark. We'll be less likely to run into brigands this way. One more thing. You seemed quite fond of your new magical talents. In battle, I mean. I take it you're more of an arcanist type then. Am I right? I knew it. I'm asking because I was in the market just now stocking up on provisions and I got myself some new reading material. Here, I think you might find this useful. The Arizalian in My Bed, Sensual Confessions of a Vagabond Lady, Volumes 1 and 2. You know, for the lonely nights. Jokes aside, these are learning books, from arcanists or master fencers, depending on what you read. You know how to fight, but if you want to get better, you have to enjoy reading these once in a while. You're welcome. Then off we go, I'd say. You go on ahead. Just take the route leading north out of Riverville. It'll lead us straight to the mountain pass.
Another exhausted soul. What do you need?